Would you believe that even today, crores of people in India live in such houses which can melt in the rain, seem to melt in summers, and are rebuilt with their own hands every year? But the most shocking thing is that the mud houses which the city people consider as poverty, the same houses are sometimes cooler, calmer, and full of humanity than the big cement houses. Today we will show you the real life of the mud houses of India, which resides less in the cameras and more in the memories of the people. Even today, millions of families live in mud houses in the villages of India. Some houses are so old that 3 generations have lived in them. The walls are of mud, the roof is sometimes of tiles and sometimes of tin. As soon as it rains, the walls of the house start getting wet, and in summer, the same houses trap the hot air from outside. People buy AC in cities, but the poor village person makes his own natural AC from soil only. But is life in mud houses only full of simplicity and peace? No, there is struggle behind this, fear too, and such truths too, which very few people talk about. Around 4 or 5 in the morning, when most people in cities are in deep sleep, then the mud houses start to stir. A mother wakes up first. She sweeps the courtyard, then sprinkles water on the earthen floor so that the dust does not fly. Even today, there is no gas in many houses. Therefore, food is cooked by burning wood in the stove. And to be honest, the smell of that stove has a different kind of familiarity. The children are sleeping now, but the father is preparing to go to the fields, because in the village, work has to start before sunrise. According to India's 2011 census report, crores of people in the rural areas of the country lived in mud or mud houses. And even today, in many states, especially in villages of Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha and Rajasthan, mud houses are common. But the surprising thing is that many scientific researchers have found that mud houses naturally keep the temperature balanced. That means coolness inside in summer and slight warmth in winter. This is the reason why now, even in some developed countries of the world, people have started making eco-friendly mud houses. The thing which the poor village people use, considering it a compulsion, the world is now calling the same thing luxury sustainable living.
But the other part of the story is not so pretty. As soon as the rain starts, fear also starts in the mud houses. The roof starts leaking, cracks start appearing in the walls. Sometimes the entire wall suddenly collapses. Every year, people in many villages of India lose their houses just because the continuous rain weakens the soil. Imagine a house which takes months to build can collapse in one night's rain. And the most painful thing? Poor families have no option but to rebuild. A small child who draws with coal on his mud walls may not know that after the next rain, that wall may not survive. An old grandmother who sits in her old courtyard every evening is afraid that the roof might collapse this time in the monsoon. But still, people don't want to leave those homes. Why? Because those walls don't just contain mud, they contain memories. Now here comes a big twist in the story. People in cities think that people living in mud houses are extremely poor and unhappy. But when many people left the villages and went to the cities, they realized that they had got permanent houses, but the peace was lost somewhere. Mud houses may not have luxury, but there the neighbors come to help without being invited. There the doors are small, but the hearts are big. People in the city do not know the name of their neighbor for years, but in the village, the entire locality participates in each other's sorrows and joys. And now the question arises, if mud houses are so special, then why are people abandoning them? The real reason is not just money. Today's new generation considers a pucca house as a symbol of respect and success. They think that a mud house means backwardness. Gradually, that old identity of the villages is disappearing, where the walls of every house were made by hands. In some villages, now children don't even learn to build mud houses. Imagine an entire art, an entire lifestyle is slowly disappearing.
But the truth is also that people living in mud houses often find happiness in small things. The smell of soil after rain, children playing in the courtyard, dung cakes drying on the wall, a small lamp burning in the evening, and the sound of a train coming from a distance at night. Amidst all this, life moves slowly, but perhaps it seems a little more real. Sometimes there is less money, but there is less loneliness too. However, we should not forget that even today, lakhs of families are forced to live in weak houses. Every person should get a safe home. Spending the night scared in the rain is not a normal thing. Many schemes of the government are trying to build permanent houses in rural areas. But India is such a big country that there is still a lot of work left. And perhaps the real solution is not to eliminate mud houses altogether, but to make them stronger and safer, so that tradition is preserved and also the safety of the people. Maybe next time when you see a mud house in a village, do not look at it only from the perspective of poverty, because maybe the people living in that house are more relaxed than the fast-paced life of the city. Maybe amidst those broken walls, relationships are still strong, and it is possible that the real soul of India resides in the soil which we consider ordinary. Mud houses are not just houses, they are stories of struggle, of family, of memories, and of that India which is slowly changing even today. But the question still remains, will the mud houses of India remain just in pictures and memories in the coming years? Or will people be able to understand their true value? If you have ever spent time in a mud house, or there are such houses in your village even today, then do tell in the comments what is the most special memory of that place. If you liked the video, then like it, because very few people show stories of real Indian villages like this. Do subscribe the channel, because here we show those truths of India which are more hidden in the lives of people than in the cameras. See you in the next video. Till then, thanks friends.